welcome to episode 41 of Day One Patch. I'm Ryan Johnson. We've been gone for a while as the entire launch of Next Gen rode past us. And with me today, I have Matt Lawrence.
Hello.
Martin Isaacs.
Hello.
And Adriano back. Whenever
Hello.
he can find some time, he joins us again. We're going to start with what we're playing. And since it's been a while, let's maybe hear a couple what you guys have been playing. So, Matt, go ahead.
Of course, been playing the next-gen consoles, as I picked on both of them. Kind of skipping the PlayStation 4, to be honest.
You're not playing it as much?
No, because I only have Killzone and then some of the digital games. Oh, I have Call of Duty, but I beat that on the day I got it.
Yeah.
So basically, I've mostly been playing Dead Rising, actually, to be blatantly honest.
Okay.
And actually a little bit of the Killzone on PS Vita.
Oh, you actually started that up finally.
Yeah. But I haven't linked my Vita to my PS4.
Did you even get the update? I think it was like 3.0 maybe even?
I got
Or
an update where
3.05
like I
or
have the
something?
Link app,
Yeah.
but I haven't linked it yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you haven't even done the what's it called, remote play business yet? You haven't even done any of that.
I was excited for it, but my thing is my Xbox One has more games right now.
Oh yeah.
Because I don't know, I don't really like playing like the free-to-play games and stuff. I prefer just to play the games I bought. So.
Yeah.
Tell me, how's Dead Rising?
Dead Rising is absolutely ridiculous. Marty can attest to this. The hordes are as big as like that they should be. Like there's no slowdown, there's no hiccups. It's just like here's like 700 zombies on screen, go, and the entire city is always filled with them. And you can do it if you want. There's like the time thing again, so like the game will end without you playing.
Oh,
like,
they
without
put the limited play time in there?
Yeah, they always. Oh, that's the Dead Rising thing, right? Because there's like 10 different ways to end the story. You can half complete the story or actually complete it or whatever. And then there's side missions and stuff. It's more accessible this time though. Like when you remember how like their big thing was combo weapons. Well, you combo a weapon on the go, which is fine. But if I don't want to go and find those materials again, I can simply go to a safe house and then just go into my weapon locker, and I can just pre-produce an unlimited amount of those things in a certain amount of time.
So
There's
you don't need to collect the parts anymore.
correct, but there's like okay, so what happens over time? A little meter fills up on how much you can pull items out of the weapons locker, and then I can pull a certain amount out. But I've never had like enough to accidentally do that. Another thing that's really stupid is survivors this time. So with survivors, I was playing with them, but there's no like definitive safe house anymore. The game's supposed to be more open. So whenever I go back to a safe house in the older games, the survivor would be safe, and that's the end of it. But now they keep following me around, so I let them like let the first few die because I thought they were just supposed to be companions and they weren't as like intuitive now. But I found out you go to a safe house management locker or something, and you go to the survivors and you click on them and they'll disappear and they won't be in the game until you click on them again and they'll appear beside you. So it's almost like you're throwing them in the locker.
Oh.
And so you can save up in quotes survivors and take some out with you in a posse later if you want.
That's different.
It's weird, but to be blatantly honest, I just take survivors back to my safe house, drop them in there now that I've learned this, and I just fucking run over zombies.
Are they smarter than the previous game?
No.
Okay.
They're stupid.
The survivors are stupid?
They're so stupid.
So they barely help you then.
Yeah, like I jumped like the one time there was a massive horde in front of me, and I knew that the survivor wasn't gonna be able to make it. So I jumped into a schoolyard, and there was a horde inside the schoolyard, but at least it was gated, so the zombies outside couldn't get me. So I tried clearing out the zombies with a dildo gun, as it comes out with, of course. And I was like killing all the zombies, and then I jumped on top of a bus to go inside. I didn't kill them all though. I didn't kill all the zombies. And a super survivor was like, "What are you doing? Wait!" And he keeps running into the zombies, going like, "Ah!" Oh my god! Go down there, kill the zombies. Wait for him to figure out that he has to jump on the bus. Like it's stupid stuff like that.
Sorry, I just want to point this out. I can barely see Matt. He just has this
Yeah, I know.
thing. His eyes are covered by that black
Yep, there it
bar
is.
there. Marty, what are you playing?
I'm kind of at that moment where you don't have anything to dedicate yourself to.
Yeah.
So when I want to play
like me for the last 3 months.
Yeah, so when you want to play a game, you just throw in something random from your collections.
Mhm.
So I've been doing a lot of that over the past couple weeks. I threw in Midnight Club, Mortal Kombat, Skate.
You always we'll go back to those three I find.
Yeah, I'm always going back to
Yeah.
Midnight Club. I've never beaten that. Just chipping away at it.
Wait, which one?
LA.
Go.
That's a great
Yeah.
game.
Did you get do you have the expansion?
The dub edition or whatever it's called.
Or
Or
no, South.
No, I don't got that.
No, there's a DLC pack that opens up like its second map at the bottom.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I'd never get there anyway. But I guess I've been playing Ocarina of Time as well for the 3DS.
Yeah.
I've had that for a long time, and I realized I've never beaten it on the 3DS.
Do you remember when that first came out? It was impossible to find.
Yeah, I looked around for.
Yeah.
I spent a whole day looking for it one day.
It's amazing.
That's about it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And how about you, Adriano? Anything? Anything at all?
Nope.
I think the last 3 times you've been on here, it's just been
Yeah.
nothing.
Yeah.
I purposely bought something on the iOS.
You always buy things.
I always Rayman Jungle Run.
Yeah.
I also have Mass Effect Infiltrator. I intended to start. Like I wanted.
Which one is that? That's not the top-down one. That's the first-person shooter,
That's
right?
first-person shooter
Yeah.
one. Like I even went to. I had a break today. I even went to my campus with the intention of sitting down and trying to play something, but then ran into one of my classmates, a producer, and she started talking about something else. So like I got distracted and pretty much just ate up my morning and never got to it.
All right. Well,
What about you?
I've been playing quite a bit. I've been overloaded with games, which I absolutely hate being overloaded with the games. I like beating one and then moving on to another one. So I've kind of been juggling a few right now. Main one is Assassin's Creed, which I've been playing the heck out of, and I have it for the PS4. It is fantastic on the PS4. Now I've only seen you play it on the PS3, Matt.
Yep.
But it just looks.
It can't be that much.
Just the
different.
look of it. I love just looking at Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, okay, but is it because it's Assassin's Creed or just because
Well,
the
both, because
PS4?
I remember Brotherhood looking fantastic.
Yeah, brother. Yeah, okay.
That's the one you're in Rome,
The
right?
third, yeah,
First one in
all
Rome,
yeah.
Sorry.
It's the first one in Rome, yeah.
first one in
first-
Rome, yeah.
yeah.
Because I
Isn't
remember
the
I
only
was,
one in
I was like
Rome?
standing outside the
it?
Colosseum, right?
Yeah.
And there was like this really nice orange kind of yellowish grass, and
Yeah.
it just looked beautiful. But so I think it's a combination of both Assassin's Creed in general, but then also it's now in 1080. This is the first 1080 edition of Assassin's Creed, and so it just looks fantastic.
What's going on with the Animus? Like, how are they playing the?
I don't think it's a spoiler if I say this. much.
Somebody already mentioned to me, and it sounds fucking stupid.
It's just
Basically,
weird.
you work for Abstergo. This is like the first opening scene, so hopefully it's not spoiling anything.
It's not.
If you do care, maybe just turn it off for a bit. You're basically an employee at Abstergo, and you're now reliving memories of Desmond's heritage. You're no longer part of the lineage, right?
Okay.
Abstergo somehow now has those memories, and can allow anyone to access them, and so they have an entire floor of people just living through these memories.
May I elaborate a bit?
Yep.
Okay.
So how I understand it, I am going to give away a slight spoiler for the future
come
story.
on.
For the future story, I'm going to have to do it. So
That's the
this,
most
I don't care,
important
probably never
story.
how
play
I
the game.
understand it is this. So you are a game developer.
That's what I was waiting for. That's what I heard.
You're a game developer for Abstergo Studios or something, game studios or something to that effect. But when you first walk in, you see somebody's face who's covered and they're fixing your computer. Ryan and I are in debate. I think it's Desmond's father. He doesn't think so. Regardless, the first time you ever,
he doesn't sound the way that guy sounds.
I thought he did, but I've only heard him
John
once.
Delancey.
I thought that's what he sounded, but regardless, we don't know yet in the story. But when you come out of the Animus one time, he's the IT guy, and he's talking to you, and then he's like, and you get called to the boss's office. He's like, okay, I'll talk to you later. So what I found out from going to the boss's office is the boss said you have to keep doing the Kenway story, and headquarters wants you to focus on this certain section to find this piece of Eden. So what I think is going on is this. There's Abstergo, who has little industries that are legal, that are running.
Okay.
The main headquarters is using the Animus to make games and make money, but you going through them, they're tracking you and they're finding the pieces of Eden through the developers developing games through the memories.
That sounds fucking stupid.
I thought that was awesome.
Wait, to be honest, did anyone really care about what was happening outside of the old?
Yeah,
Old-timey
no, to
stuff.
be honest, but that just
This
That
is the
just
only
sounds
future story I like.
stupid.
Although I do love that it's in Montreal, and that's
Yeah, it's
because
pretty
Ubisoft
cool.
and everything, and people speak French and stuff. It's pretty cool.
Is it really shitty French, like really bad accents?
No, it's pretty good. I think as far as I've been to Montreal on my internship, so it's pretty good. I think with my limited knowledge.
Okay.
And even though if you look out over Montreal, it kind of looks like Montreal, which is cool.
I like it. It's the first feature story I actually have ever enjoyed.
Something's going on though, eh?
Yeah,
Something's definitely going on.
So I'm gonna.
Better be something.
Here's the little spoiler, little one. So when you leave the boss's office, the IT guy contacts you again. And he's like, blah blah blah. Go hack this person's computer. You hack the computer. He's like, bring the information to these people downstairs. Go down the stairs or elevator or whatever, and it's the two people that assist Desmond with the Animus, and you give them
Harry
the chip.
Potter and
Yeah. That's right.
Goth Girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you leave, and we're not sure about the exact timing. At least I'm not. Of when this whole thing happened, whether they know Desmond yet, or whether they don't. Like, because we know it's back in
They
time. But we don't
probably
know.
have, because if they didn't, what the blonde would probably be with them.
But they were fighting. They were like arguing really awkwardly.
But that's how they always been.
That's all they
Yeah,
always been.
there
But like, if they're trying to be undercover, why would they like draw attention themselves?
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Well.
Also, go ahead.
Oh no, go ahead.
You may or may not like this, but there is speculation that
Oh,
Assassin's
come on.
Creed is tied to Watch Dogs.
That's what I heard too.
Because
let's roll back a pot. Let's find
Yeah.
that pot, because I'm pretty sure I called this.
Yeah,
because-
but now that it's actually a possibility, it pisses me off.
let me just give you guys the evidence that may or may not support this. When you're in the Abstergo game developer studio, there's people who talk about Chicago, and that's where Watch Dogs take place. So there's people in there talking about Chicago, and they even start talking about the security firm that works there, which is that CTOS thing in Watch Dogs. And
Okay.
people are talking about going out there and working at the security company.
Could it just be like a reference to it? Like
It could
just
be a
just like a
reference.
homage.
Could be
Like,
like
But
yeah.
they make it pretty obvious. Like
uh,
it's not like you have to go find someone hidden in some back corner that says, "Oh yeah, Chicago." Do.
Okay.
It's like I think
Because there was a poster for Destiny in, I think, Halo 3.
Jesus.
Yeah. There's
Whoa.
just there's I'm pretty sure there's it's an Easter egg, like in one
that
of
was
the
a long time ago, man.
either that or what's the one right after Halo
Reach.
There's a Destiny poster in there.
Or I guess ODST would be after.
Maybe
Yeah.
that was it.
No one counts ODST.
But I'm pretty sure I called that as well. Oh,
Yeah,
by the
you
way,
did.
I don't know if you guys, when I sent the link for the $500 PS4 Vita bundle.
Yeah.
Oh, you called that as well? Yeah, that's right.
There it is.
But
I thought it
that's
was
not-
500 pounds.
That's not confirmed yet.
The 500 pounds one is confirmed.
It's confirmed in
Yeah.
the UK
They worked it out that it's cheaper to buy them separately.
because of the UK.
But people are stupid.
for
and
some
they'll do it.
The
reason,
conversion
it's
to
cheaper
American,
to
you mean?
buy.
It's
I'll have to look it up again, but I'm pretty sure it's cheaper not to buy the bundle.
Yeah, but people look at it and be like, "Oh, look
that's
at this added
ridiculous then.
bonus."
Yeah.
That's
But
crazy.
Isn't there a game in there though?
Probably.
That's probably.
It's probably a cross-platform game.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
No, it's just gonna
And
All
you should
Stars.
have got your Vita during Black
just
Friday.
gonna be a little cocky about that one.
Oh, and the other games I've been playing is Killzone Shadowfall, which looks fantastic and pissed me off at the end. And I also played not Black Ops, Call of Duty Ghosts,
Yep.
which pissed me off at the end again. So those two shooters are kind of stinkers.
Go back to Killzone. That PS4 headset
What?
when we were playing,
Oh,
it's bad. It's really bad.
yeah.
Like,
We'll talk about that once we get to the consoles.
Fair enough.
So apps with Marty, you got some good ones for us, right, Marty?
All right, this is 2 weeks ago. This app was released. Apps with Marty. Here we go.
That's getting so sped up.
Well, do you want to sing it every week?
That's why
We should
we
just
need
get,
a
like, a
recording,
recording,
and
yeah.
we need a theme
And
song.
then, oh yeah.
I will be reviewing the PlayStation app that was released on iOS. It's just called the PlayStation app. Now, the thing about this happens right at the start. It takes forever to load. You sit there for like 30 seconds while the loading bar goes across your screen. It was even forever the first time you did it. It took longer. You click sign in. It takes you out of the app and to the browser. That's how you sign into this app.
What?
You don't sign into the app.
That is so
You click a link, it sends you to the browser. You want to click on the store, it takes you out of the app into the browser.
I hate that so much.
Pretty much everything takes you out of the app. It's not really an app.
Does it connect? Can it have like does it communicate with the PS4?
You can send messages through the app. you will not get a push notification or any notification of any kind on your phone.
That's a real pain in the ass.
The only way you'll notice if it comes up on your screen when you're looking at it.
As a remote, like if you don't want to use a controller, can you use it as a remote and navigate the PS4?
When I tried it out, I don't think there was any option to do that. No.
Can you buy stuff on there?
You can, yeah, but again, it takes you like to like a browser store. So the store is not like in the app. Yeah. So it switches to Safari.
That is
if you're using
that is
iOS.
fucking stupid.
You can see your friends. You can see your trophies. You can see who's online.
So it's pretty much like smart glass.
I'm not 100% sure if it shows that you're online when you're using the app. I don't believe so.
Yeah, the smart glass one doesn't. If I'm signed in, it says that it'll tell you guys I'm offline.
It's kind of
which is a sneaky way I use it to see who's online before I turn my Xbox on.
Whoa.
No, because if no one's online, I won't go on.
Oh, okay. I thought you were avoiding somebody.
No.
That fucker Matt's online. I'm not going
Hey,
online.
what the hell? Get the hell out of here.
But it's really weird setup they got going on here. I don't understand why. Also, you can't connect to your PS3. You can only connect to your PS4. Since I don't
Makes
have
sense, though.
Since I don't have a PS4, the connect to PS4 thing, which is right on the home screen, just sits there looking at me. I can't do anything with it. And
So are you signed into your profile?
whoa,
What?
I think I just turned your PS4 on.
Mine? That's impossible.
Ryan's PS4.
You can't turn it on though. You need to connect the app.
Oh, is it just recognizing that your PS4 is in standby?
I think so.
Set it to self-destruct.
Deleting all files.
That would make you so mad.
That's weird, but anyway, there's the PlayStation app. You don't need it unless you're constantly getting messages through people through your PS4.
I thought it was so cool when they first talked about it because you download stuff and you can talk to your friends, but just using it was kind of a nuisance and wasn't really as nice as that. They remember that video they had with the girl and she was like texting or messaging the guy and stuff.
And let me guess, she looked like a supermodel.
She was pretty good looking
In a really nice, well lit living room.
When she was messaging, she was in like a diner or something.
The IKEA living room.
Yeah, and then and then the guy she was messaging was in a really nice living room.
He was in like some shed. But like honestly, like he was in like some gaming man shed.
Yeah, it was a shed.
Yeah.
Really? That doesn't sound like any video game commercial.
It was a really weird commercial.
It was long too.
Also, this clearly wasn't made for iOS. It does not have the bounce.
It reminds me of the BlackBerry Messenger app. It was not designed for iOS.
Yeah, when you scroll, it doesn't bounce back on you. It just stops.
It's really awkward.
It just feels foreign when you're going through it. But you don't need it unless you really want to message. Unless you really want to message people. And if you're doing that through your phone, then explain to me why you're doing that.
Yeah. I feel like these companies are so hard trying to make the console your main device. They
put out that shitty thing so you go to your console mode?
They wanted to replace your tablets and your laptops, and they wanted to replace your satellite box. And
PS4 systems found.
There
you go.
And Ryan's
How many
will
you
pop
got
up.
running in this house? Connect to PS4.
Now the Xbox One Smart Glass, which is actually a separate app, is very nice. I use that
yeah.
because, for example, with Dead Rising, it's like, would you like to run the companion app? I say yes. I have my live map right there.
Oh, I click connect.
If I need to find something, I click find item. It pings it and throws it on my map,
That's pretty cool.
and I can walk through. I love it actually. It's really good.
Yeah, I'm really waiting for the games to start coming out that really take advantage of that second screen experience.
Dead Rising's one of them for sure.
I hit connect, and now I think it's trying to connect to it.
I think Marty already did that, but you have to actually physically connect your app to your PS4. So in your PS4, you go into your settings, you go to manage devices, and then it asks for like a code.
Links.
So it's really stupid.
Yeah.
Do not download it.
Hey, messaging's kind of nice, right?
Yeah, but it doesn't give you a notification.
I hate that.
You
That's
have
really
to go to the
stupid.
app if you want to check your messages.
I haven't used it since I first set it up with my PS4.
No.
Well, I like it because it's kind of like with you with the smart glass. When you check your friends, I'll like sometimes text them and be like, "Yo, are you gonna be on for a bit?" And if he is, I'm like, "Okay, then I'll like turn on my console." Right?
Yeah.
It is fast. When you first got your PS4, when we did an unboxing here, I sent you a message real quick and it popped up right away.
Yeah, I think that's in the video actually we did.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good.
So there you go. There's the PlayStation app. I do have a decent app though.
Okay.
It's 99 cents on iOS. My iPad keeps doing that. Swipe my lock screen. It goes to a secondary lock screen. I have to swipe again.
Just like
Ghost Recon.
Ghost Recon.
2 start menus on that damn game. Press start, goes black, loads up another start menu. You press it
it's
again.
so fantastic.
The guy changes his pose too. He's standing there, and then he just goes down.
Jesus.
This app is called Synthcaster. It's 99 cents. There is an iPad and a iPhone, iPod version. Basically, it's a noisemaker. You're giving a grid of bunch of boxes, and they're all represented by notes. You can turn off the notes if you'd like. Visually, you can just go random. You can do swipes. You can do little bends. Just a noisemaker. There's a bunch of preset noises you can do. A lot of them sound like old school video game music. You know what I mean? There's a cool feature if you actually want to make real music with this. You can enter what kind of scale you want, and it'll highlight all the notes that are in that scale. It'll highlight them all blue, and then you can just hit the blue ones to stay in key. There's a lot of customization for the sound. There's oscillators and filters and different amps you can use. There are special effects as well, but you can only apply one at a time, which is kind of unfortunate. There's only 3. There's only flanger, chorus, and delay, but you can only use one at a time, unfortunately. There is MIDI support, so you can actually use this to record some music if you were so inclined.
Yeah, you could use it to make up your own little melody.
Yeah,
We should use that to make up a theme song for this.
I'll do one by the end of the show. Out of the presets, there's about 2.5 dozen maybe. And they're all pretty good. But for 99 cents, I wouldn't necessarily recommend this. It is nice looking. It kind of looks like when you go to a hardware store and you get the little paint things.
Paint chips,
Yeah.
yeah.
Little paint chips. That's what it looks like.
Is there any practical application to this though, or is it just really just for fun?
It's just for fun.
Is there an iPhone version?
I believe so.
I'll wait for the iPhone one to go on sale or become free.
I can't play Smoke on that.
I'm not even sure if we're picking that up.
Good. I just look like an idiot though. Anyway, it's Synthcaster, 99 cents. I got it for free, and you can't beat free.
Oh, you got it for free.
Yeah.
How'd you get it for free?
I asked the developer for a free code, and he gave it to me.
Are you serious?
Yeah, it was on Reddit. He was giving some away.
Oh.
What the shit?
Yeah.
You guys want one? I could get you one.
Yeah, give me a code.
Okay.
What the fuck?
You got it, man.
All right. Thanks, Marty.
Apps with Marty. There we went.
All right. I got a couple stories before we're just going to jump into our next gen thoughts. Our first story is Lightning Returns, Final Fantasy 13, and Super Mario 3D World. They debuted poorly in Japan.
A little odd.
It is a little odd. So Lightning Returns, I guess they had 277,000 sales, and Super Mario 3D World had 99,500 sales. So I guess those are pretty weak numbers for its launch, especially in their home country, right?
Yeah.
Now, do you think that the Super Mario 3D World is just due to the lack of Wii U's that are being sold?
Was the Final Fantasy multi-platform?
Xbox is hardly even. The 360 is hardly even in Japan.
Yeah.
It stopped being sold a couple years ago, right? Or even like a year ago or something. So I think it's just
I
PS3.
feel bad for the one or the few people that actually have them.
Yeah. There's
No games are being
that's
sold
right,
there.
yeah. So what do you guys think is happening here? I mean, these are like a couple of some of the biggest selling titles over there normally, or biggest selling franchises, and they're just not doing as well as they used to.
Could this be the downfall of the Nintendo first party?
No.
No. Absolutely not.
I'm kind of on Matt's side with this. I've always kind of been angry at Nintendo for not creating new characters
Yeah,
and just continually selling their old characters.
but they don't have to make new characters.
Aren't you sick of these characters?
Not really.
Really?
I don't care. They're fun. They're delightful. They're
Never gonna get sick of it.
yeah. You're
But,
not
like-
gonna. They're Nintendo fanboys. Or Nintendo fans are some of the most dedicated fans in the world. They can't be reasoned with. You can't argue with them. You're gonna when.
But they're getting old though. Like they're like we're
All of our
are the younger
characters are getting old,
generations
though.
now, like when we were kids playing Nintendo, are there kids doing that today playing Nintendo? I don't think so. At least I don't see it, or I don't know if it's just 'cause
I don't
I'm
think
not that
that's a fair
demographic.
comparison
but-
though. 'Cause-
Kids nowadays are on their iPads.
Damn Angry Birds.
Like where I had a Game Boy, kids now have like an iPad Mini. You know,
Yeah, it's true.
Little
Or like an
shit.
iPod is very popular
but
too.
but it's not the new.
kids know Minecraft on the iPad. They're not talking about
Yeah, but
Pokemon
it's not the new kids that are going to be that are going to.
But we're that generation that grew up with the old ones. So they're
And-
gonna when they become their 20s, they're gonna be doing a podcast, and they're not gonna be talking about Nintendo.
Nintendo does have that new commercial though, where it shows all the little kids with their 2DSs and 3DSs, and
Yeah.
talking about their favorite Nintendo characters.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. Is the 3DS still selling well with kids? I guess,
Yeah, I believe so.
or is it just all the 30-year-olds who are
I
buying
think
them up?
I think the 2DS is gonna make a killing this
I
year
think-
for Christmas.
I think so. I think a lot of parents are going to get their kids the 2DS, but like the 3DS, like I think it's like for me when I hear 3DS, I think of like 22 to like 28-year-olds. Like, I think
Yeah.
that's the demographic for the
Yeah,
Looks like you can throw around that 2DS too.
yeah. Like it
Like
looks
little-
like it's
that's probably that's really what it's designed for,
Yeah.
right? Is the kids. But so like I said, like you're right. I can't really say because we're not in that demographic. Obviously, I'm not a kid anymore, so I don't know what everyone's
Yeah, but
what they're
like,
playing nowadays. but-
as for the characters, as long as they keep on making new games and good games, like look at Mario, like the Mario was starting to get a little boring for a bit, but like they came back and got 2 games and just with Super Mario Galaxy and just knocked them out of the park.
Yeah, yeah, a lot
Like
of people
those are
like
gonna
Galaxy.
those are gonna sell systems.
Well, that's why I'm kind of more interested in hearing is if Super Mario 3D World actually will result in an increase in sale of Wii U's, because Nintendo keeps saying that the games we have coming is what's going to push our console, right? So
And it may. They really shouldn't have waited this long to do it. They should have been
Do you-
pushing these games out a long time
now,
ago.
do you think they really just wanted to beat the other 2 big guys? Because
Just wanted to have something
the
out
Wii U had a
first.
pretty dismal launch, right?
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
it's taken them like a year and a half maybe to really get some of their games out. Do you think they rushed it?
I think that I don't know actually because did they think that developers were going to run to them when they first launched the console?
Well, not third party because they barely support third party.
But like at the beginning, weren't they all gung ho about how they're no longer just a first party? Like
Yeah,
like,
but then they kind of switched their tune on that one.
that's my thing. Like maybe when they lost support, they were like, "Oh, we didn't have a plan for this. We just thought they'd come to us." So then now they're rushing out the first party titles, whereas before they were like, "Let's throw them out slowly and let the third party titles roll in." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe that was their original plan.
I think they just thought we're Nintendo. We're gonna release a system and people are gonna buy it anyways.
I've always said I feel like they think that they're Apple.
Yeah.
They feel like anything they do is touched by God.
And that's probably what they saw about the Wii. Like the Wii off the bat didn't have a great lineup and never had a superior,
Yeah.
like a fantastic lineup,
Yeah.
but systems sold
Mhm.
like, because the motion control was the gimmick. And this time around it wasn't motion, but it was touchscreen.
But that doesn't have the same effect as the motion did at the time. I guess.
Yeah, but people kind of realized the first one, and they thought, well, it will sustain us. It won't be a full 10-year life cycle, but it'll be 5-year life cycle. And
Mhm.
they thought we'll do it again, and it's not paying off. But as long as they can keep on spitting out games with those characters, they'll be fine.
Still waiting for a new Metroid game.
Yeah.
That's what really boggles my mind is how they don't have a Metroid and a Zelda's not coming out yet either.
Nope.
A new Zelda.
Yeah.
That's really weird. Right?
Zelda would sell Wii U's
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
like that.
And God, it may come to the day, probably will come to the day where they stop being a home console system, but fuck, will they thrive as a handheld system?
I can't. Oh, handheld. Yeah.
Yeah, they'll continuously superior handheld, and then when that day comes and their handheld and their console fails, and the PS4 and Xbox One fail, or the PS5 and the Xbox Two fail because
Yeah.
they're too similar to computers,
That's gonna be
that's
Xbox
where,
Zero next.
that's where Nintendo will succeed.
It is kind of funny that like the Vita is somewhat superior to the 3DS in terms of hardware, like power, and it doesn't sell at all.
Yeah.
You know, it launched at the same price as the 3DS did.
I
And
think
it's
because the
just-
3DS knows what it is. It knows it's a handheld, and they're trying to make the Vita a console experience,
Yeah.
which it's never going to be.
Yeah, I think they also screwed up on the Vita. Like, it doesn't feel like a console. You know,
No.
it really doesn't feel like the analog sticks alone. It's nice that there's two of them. They don't feel like console analog sticks. You don't have the same amount of control with those.
It doesn't feel Sony.
Yeah,
I almost
Uh,
think like 2 circle pads would do well. 'Cause circle pad seems to be good for mobile.
I just need more of a radius to move because you
Like-
can't. I need more accuracy when moving the reticle on the screen. You know.
Yeah, it's true.
Anyway. Okay, our next story here is one I'm pretty excited for. EA Canada apparently developing an open world next gen Star Wars game. That just sounds like no? Why not?
You're gonna install it, and the first thing that's gonna happen is new downloadable content is available.
A new hood.
The Northern Hemisphere Tatooine is available for 99 cents.
Yeah.
Oh, don't say that.
Shit.
You don't think
Yeah.
that's gonna, oh, just because it's EA,
Or-
right? Is that what
Well,
you're
yeah,
saying?
or combo it with all the other, or like the Southern Hemisphere or the other continents for $4.99.
Yep. We know that's in effect because the
Yeah.
instant I installed Battlefield 4, first thing popped up. Please download new downloadable content.
Hey, here's some R2D2 skins for
Oh my
R2D4.
But anyway,
you like Z3PO? Let's go with
C3PX.
yeah.
So a job listing was discovered. This was discovered by Kotaku that EA Canada is looking for an experienced animation director to help define and deliver on the vision for a major new next-gen open-world action game. And I guess they're just guessing that it's going to be Star Wars.
Oh, so it's not even confirmed.
I think so, yeah. But it would be awesome if it was Star Wars because I think open world and Star Wars is really what needs to happen.
It's got to be.
As
I don't want to be a Jedi. I want
Yeah,
to
I'm
be
supposed
like a
to be
bounty
Jedis.
hunter.
the fact is being like whoever developed by EA or is it just published by EA?
Well, published by EA, but it'd be developed by one of their developers they own.
Not LucasArts. Oh no, they got
LucasArts is gone.
gone. Yeah, that's right. Because they're a terrible developer.
LucasArts,
Anything from LucasArts is terrible.
but they fell hard. Something had
They
happened to
it's
them.
just they're not. It's not good material.
Mhm.
Like it's shaky material.
Yeah. Any good Star Wars game was not directly made by LucasArts.
Mm-hmm.
It was someone else, like
Good KOTOR.
BioWare or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of hope that
terrible games.
I kind of hope that BioWare would kind of I don't know give up on SOTOR and do another Star Wars game.
I think SOTOR's dying.
Independent of an MMO. You think SOTOR is just bad?
I think SOTOR's dying. I think
Oh yeah. It's
like trying to
pretty
pump
sad.
life into it. And it's just not going well. I
enjoyed my time with it, but I think I'm pretty much done now.
Yeah. See, it's
All right, well, I'm hoping for good things from EA. I'm always optimistic about Star Wars though. So
Okay, you tell yourself that.
and our last story for this week, Teardown reveals Xbox One costs $90 more to make than a PS4, and the reason being is obviously the Kinect sensor.
now. I have a question regarding this.
Yep.
Are they considering just component cost, or are they considering like when they get a deal and that's actually what they're paying?
No, this is a company that actually like breaks down the hardware, right?
Right.
And determines the cost of each individual piece and how much it would cost to make them or buy it or whatever.
Because like when you're Microsoft, for example, you order like 1 million consoles. Won't you get like a really steep discount? Because it'll be like, okay, we'll knock off $10 per unit.
Yeah, I guess so.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. For like mass production stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but, so I'm not sure how they determine it, if it's individual cost of a machine
Right.
or if it's... I'm not sure. I can't say. But anyway, they broke it down into kind of like the different pieces here. The console itself costs $332. So that'd be like the everything CPU, GPU, all that stuff. The Kinect is $75. Controller is $15. Which is kind of funny because they sell it for like
Whoa.
what, $59?
That's,
Yeah.
Holy fuck, the controller's expensive.
The power brick is $25.
That makes sense.
Headset $10, and just average production cost $14.
And that comes out to what?
That comes out to $471, and they're selling it for $599. Right? Is that- or no,
$4.99.
$4.99. Sorry, $4.99. So not making too much of a profit on it,
but they are.
But they sell a game as well.
they sell the game. Yep. And I think Sony's only making like $18 off of their units, something like that,
I think that's what we said before. Yeah.
some cheap amount. So there you go.
Now, yeah, but again, like, will they get, like, well, one thing, will they get the discounts? But will they get a share of profits if they sell a third party title? Do we know that?
Yeah, because it's sold under their name, like the
Okay,
game
okay,
itself.
fair enough.
Yeah, they have like deals with those publishers, right?
Okay.
Yeah. Kind of like their deal with what's the exclusive they got coming out? The
Sorry?
first person shooter Titanfall.
Titanfall.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Microsoft paid a big amount of money because it's not really like they said that the next Titanfall could be on multi-platforms, right?
Right.
This one's only exclusive to PC and Xbox.
Because Microsoft just dumped money at it.
Dished out a huge amount of money. Yeah,
That's one thing I give them credit for. That's one thing they're good at. Dumping
dishing out
money.
money
Dumping money for exclusives, but then selling off the exclusives later. So then they get released later
like
on.
Mass Effect. And,
Mass Effect and
Yeah.
Bioshock and
Yeah.
fucking anything else.
Microsoft has unlimited money.
It's kind of ridiculous, actually.
It is ridiculous.
Why don't they invest in developers like Sony did then?
Because I don't care.
Because Sony has a really nice group of awesome developers.
I'm trying to remember how much they paid for timed exclusive of the Grand Theft Auto 4 DLC packs.
It's probably just ridiculous.
I
don't
think it
even
was
know.
like $45 million
Yeah, it's like nothing
for a
to them.
timed exclusive.
Wow.
Because that's like one company deployment of Windows.
But how do they make that money back? How do they determine that that increased our profit by so much because we had the timed exclusive? We sold X amount of more units because how do they determine that?
That exactly.
It's all up in the air.
and then whatever they get for each game,
Mm-hmm.
they're cut from each game. They figured they would do that. Or if they get more because if they'll download a digital version, or if they'll sell a digital version, I don't know if they get more from that.
There's loyalty. People just want their shit first, so they stick with Xbox.
Yeah, like Nathan, for example, he always continually bitches that PlayStation does not have things timed exclusive, and that's why it's another reason why he doesn't want one. He wants his Xbox because he gets his DLC first. He says he doesn't buy the DLC, but he wants it
But
first.
the way I see it
What?
is-
Wait,
His logic
so-
doesn't stand here.
he
That
doesn't
was what
buy
he
it, but
told
he
me.
wants it first.
He's like that. He's very arrogant. It's like, well, my console has it first. I don't have it, but my console does. It's like that.
Get that logic out of here.
That's a very arrogant point he made.
That's
I don't
logic
know
I
why.
want to punch in the face.
I don't know why he made that point. He's normally not like that. He just said that. I don't know.
the timed exclusive really doesn't make a difference after you've purchased the console.
This is true.
When you if you get Call of Duty DLC a month before PS4 does, right? And I have
Right.
a PS4, I'm just waiting an extra month. It doesn't really matter that it's already out on Xbox. I'm not playing with Xbox people, you know.
Yeah, it's true. Like, I mean, I don't know.
That's how I've always felt. It, like, you know,
I don't buy DLC. I don't like it.
unplug it.
Yeah.
There's no guarantee that you're gonna be playing that game for a month, though.
What do you mean?
It's true.
Like. So you're saying a month from now?
Like, what if you get bored of COD in a month, and then that DLC comes out, and then you're just not gonna get it?
Well, then isn't Activision screwing themselves over?
No, Microsoft's winning because people want that content right away. So they stick with Xbox.
And I guess to get money from Microsoft for getting that
Yeah.
exclusive.
Yeah.
It's all very crazy.
Plus, look at how many servers they threw at Xbox Live.
Yeah.
Oh, Xbox Live's having problems. All right, just get 320,000 servers.
Yeah, they had a good launch. Like Sony's the PlayStation Network went down, but Microsoft was fine, right?
Yeah, they said there was some latency issues.
That was it.
That's it.
Yeah.
Oh no, I had lag last round. Like, come on.
I don't know how Sony screwed that up. We have 1 million pre-orders. You know,
They probably just didn't have.
everyone was super excited for it.
Yep.
Oh, we're not prepared.
Yep.
How many people are logging into PSN? Like,
Look
doesn't make sense.
Look at EA. Every single console game launcher, or if they have dedicated servers. Oh, our servers are being overloaded. We don't have this. And then like Battlefield 1943,
Yeah.
people bought the crap out of that game, unplayable for 2 weeks.
Jeez, that's crazy.
It's like it was ridiculous.
I always find like that any company it is, no matter what, they always underestimate how many servers they need. You know,
Yep. Grand Theft Auto. All of our glitches are fixed now.
why not waste the money in investing in over investing, and then selling it off when you don't need them, right?
Well, what people are saying is how I understand it. I haven't done much of church, but apparently Amazon is really big in just having data centers filled with stuff of servers, just with just hardware, and you can rent it temporarily. So a lot of people are like, why the hell doesn't a company rent like 2 rows of that stuff? And if they don't need it, well, hell, they paid for 2 months worth of rent and they just got rid of it.
Do most places just rent? Like, do most companies just rent from places that offer like servers?
How I understand, if anything who's really big, like EA probably has their own.
Yeah, because
But
like Apple
for-
has their own too.
Yeah, but for like the initial launch, maybe maybe let's pre-order from Amazon. Let's like rent this, and if worst comes to worst, just delete it.
Yeah,
Like, who cares, right?
yeah.
Amazon doesn't care. They got their money. That's what they're there for.
Because like, even in the case of like SimCity, they had more problems
Oh,
by having too little servers than they would have if they bought extra servers. You know what I mean?
well, this happens a lot too, where a lot of their older games that not many people play, they delete.
Yeah.
Or like, for example, Battlefield 3 is still actively played, but because Battlefield 4 came out and they're starting to have trouble with Battlefield 4, for example, I don't think there was any this time, but just an example, they'll take away servers from Battlefield 3 just to throw it at Battlefield 4 just to try to like latency it. Like, they don't want to buy new servers. They just want to like throw around what they have.
Okay. So let's move on to our last segment, or second to last segment. We're just going to talk about our next gen experiences. Obviously, next gen has come and is now current gen. With the Xbox One just launching, was
Only
that
for
last
half
week?
the people in this room.
I'm still gonna call it next gen.
Well, I think even with the PS3 and Xbox 360, we still called it, "Oh, I got a next gen system." You right? Even like a year in.
They
I think
used that in the commercials. I wasn't calling it that.
Oh, I remember calling it that still. So we still call it next gen. But anyway, let's start with the PS4. So Adriano, you haven't had any experience except for 2 minutes upstairs with the PS4.
And you were bored.
You got bored.
Yeah, I got bored really quickly.
So me, Matt, and Marty kind of spent some time. Me and Matt more.
Yep.
So let's start with the console itself. What do you guys think about the design? I guess we'll start with.
Of the PS4?
Yes.
Afraid to stand it up.
It look,
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
The italics bothers me. It makes it look like it's falling over.
I don't think you're supposed to stand it up without the
Stand they wanted to buy.
Yeah.
And you're standing it up.
Yeah, because it does stand up and it's pretty stable. Just don't come running into my room and crash into my my stuff. That'd be much appreciated. But
Just shoulder check the unit.
yeah. But how do you guys feel about that weird kind of angular design?
It doesn't.
I don't know. It makes it look not as big. I'm convinced they only put that on there just to make it look smaller than the Xbox One.
Yeah.
Just angle off the edges so it looks smaller.
To me, it doesn't look like a Sony design. It looks like a fan-made design for PS4.
I agree with that for sure.
The Xbox, for some reason, I believe that Xbox would just be simple
Yeah.
and have
it's-
that design. Like I like
it's
when I look at the
derpy.
Xbox One, I'm like, yeah, that sounds like something they would do. It
Yeah,
looks
it's
like something
derpy.
they would do. But like the PS4, I'm like, that doesn't look like something they would do.
Well, no, what I hate the most is the lights. When a PlayStation is on, the light should be blue. No, it goes white. When it starts booting, it turns blue, and then it changes to that white color when it's fully booted. I hate that. White is fine when it's booting, but like, come on, guys.
Yeah. So yeah, white is on, blue is booting, orange is standby.
Yep, red is
and
off.
Red is
Off, right?
no, off is off. And
Red
then
is
red
the
is
check
overheating.
engine light.
Yeah, red is overheating.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So yeah, if your console does do red, and don't get scared, it's no ring of death, red ring of death. It's just shut it off for a while, take a break.
Honestly, I honestly just bought a dollar store fan, and it keeps the air that it intakes recycled from the room, and I never have a problem.
Because if you feel the back of your PS4, it is pretty hot back there. It's just pumping out air.
Exactly. So I just have the fan blowing so that all that air gets washed away out of the entertainment unit, and fresh air gets in there, right?
Should we have to buy fans like that though?
No.
I do, because my entertainment unit is pretty compact, so not a lot of space. But I mean, if we're having overheating problems, we shouldn't need to, in theory, right?
Yeah.
That's pretty bad.
Also, the angular design screws up with the ports in
I
the
can't
back.
feel them very well. It's like awkward.
Yeah.
I was like majiggering with my power cord. I think I was telling you this. So trying to force the fucking thing in. I was like, what the like this thing isn't in right. And I was like, what the hell? It's like in, but it's like it's just weird, you know?
It's pretty strange. And so let's talk about the controller as well. What do you guys think about the new DualShock 4?
Great thumbsticks.
I like the thumbsticks.
Yeah, I like the thumbsticks.
Those are great.
I don't like their placement too much.
They're good thumbsticks. I still like the Xbox 360 ones better.
Yeah, same here.
Now the option touch button and the share button screw me up to no end.
I'll agree with that.
You probably have a bunch of little things that I accidentally put onto your DVR because I'm trying to hit back, but I'm hitting the share button.
Oh, okay.
As soon as you hit that, it takes you out of the game. It pops up, and
and
option is now the start. I hate that because there's no way to find it. It's not above the controller. It's in the controller.
You get used to it. My first couple times, I was like, I had to look down and find it. Now I can just basically you move your thumb from square up, and then that's it. It's right there.
But when you do that, it feels like it doesn't feel like a button. It feels like you're just taking a leap of faith, and you got to just
you
you're just
literally
pressing
are.
it.
Yeah. And Adriano, you didn't like the R1 and L1 buttons,
I don't like how I like to wrap my finger around them.
which is weird.
That's not weird.
You wrap your entire.
It's
finger
not
around
weird.
them.
You're using your finger. I use my fingertip.
Yeah.
The button. Okay, look at the Xbox 360 controller. It's an elongated button, so you wrap your finger around it.
Mhm.
The fucking GameCube, you claw your hands around the entire thing. Like that's the way it should be. Just oh fuck. There goes my phone. But I don't like the shoulder buttons or the R1 L1, whatever the fuck they're called.
Okay, so how about the R2 and L2 buttons? Because they vastly improved those over the DualShock 3.
They're better.
A lot
Yeah.
better.
Yeah.
Xbox One's a lot better though.
I haven't had much time with those ones, but right now I am enjoying the PlayStation ones.
They're good. I'll
Yeah.
admit that. It took me a little bit of time to get used to having a Sony console like controller, where my fingers weren't by default on L1 R1.
Mm-hmm.
They're on L2 R2 this time because there are triggers more or less this time.
Yeah.
So, but I kind of got used to that for sure.
And how about overall size of the controller now?
It feels nicer.
Yeah.
It feels nicer.
I feel like it rests in my hand a lot more easily than the PS3 or DualShock 3.
And I can play a lot longer with it too without getting kind of cramped up.
Yeah.
Yeah, the DualShock 2 and 3 designs are fucking terrible.
Yeah.
The light bugs the piss out of me.
On the back, like the move light?
It's not that it bugs me in the sense that I notice it. It's that it shouldn't be there. It's not doing anything worthwhile. I know it changes color, like depending on what's happening in the game sometimes, but you have to physically turn it towards you to see it. You won't be able to see it if you're just holding it in front of you.
Well, it reflects off your fingers. You can see your fingers light
That's
up.
what I'd say too. Yeah.
Does each player have a different color?
Though, when they're playing.
What?
Does each player have a different color?
Yes. That's how you determine who is who. I don't know the colors. Blue is first player. That's all I know.
Yeah. And in Killzone, for example, as you start getting shot, it'll start going like yellow, orange, red, and it'll start flashing red.
But when have you ever looked down at your controller while you're playing?
When I was playing Killzone, it was like every time I wanted to see how I was doing, I would look down.
That's true. Actually, I would look down at the reflection
Yeah.
to see how.
But you knew what's happening in your game, though.
No, but I can't tell
I
how.
wanted to see how dead I was.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's true.
Because I wanted to know if I could like run across like the hallway to get some cover or something. I wanted to know if I could take a couple shots before dying.
The sound scares me too, coming out of the controller. And in Killzone, when you pick up the audio log.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And somebody just starts talking out of your controller.
It's a novelty, but I thought it was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Did you find the one where the one guy was like being attacked in the one ship?
We had that.
Yeah. They cranked the volume too by
Sorry.
default.
Yeah, it's freaking loud.
Scares the crap out of you.
Sorry, Matt, you're saying?
Oh, I was just talking about the one audio log where the one guy was like being attacked in the ship, and he was screaming for like about a minute, and I was like, how do I shut this off? Like, ah! I was like, oh my god! Like it's like 4 a.m. and I'm like, Jesus.
You slide the controller under a pillow.
I did actually. I was like, Jesus, cover this up.
Okay, and real quick, how do you guys feel about the launch lineup for PS4? Oh, jeez, come on.
Watch Dogs, lol. Drive Club, lol. All gone.
It would have been nice to have Drive Club, eh? Just
Would have nice to have
something
Watch
else.
Dogs.
Yeah.
There's nothing about the lineup that makes me want to go, holy crap, I need a PS3 right now.
I have no
PS4.
motivation to turn on my PS4.
But Matt, you kind of screwed yourself over, to be honest,
How?
because you got Assassin's Creed 4
I had to do it though.
for your PS3,
I
but you
had to
could
do
have had a next gen game to be playing right now.
I had to get the collector's
Guys,
edition.
it's not next gen. Like
No,
it's
but,
literally
but no, wait,
just
wait.
a new system with slightly updated requirements.
But you could
That's
be
what everything is,
using your
though.
new console instead of your old console.
That's true.
Because Matt, you're just complaining about having no games to use with your new console. So you bought this $400 piece of plastic, and it's just sitting there for you right now.
This is correct.
At least you would have had something to be.
I
playing
needed
on
to
it.
continue my Assassin's Creed legacy. It's unfortunate, but
Isn't that a game?
what's that?
Legacy?
Pretty sure there's Assassin's Creed Legacy on. I'm pretty sure there's a mobile or like a Facebook Assassin's Creed
God.
Legacy game.
Stupid face.
Or a book or a comic book or something or a movie.
So stupid.
Okay.
Overall.
Like so far, they're just glorified versions of what they are right
Yeah.
now.
yeah.
But isn't that what
And-
everyone always says though? Why would I want my when 360 came out? Why would I want my 360 when my Xbox looks the same? And then like later on, people are like, "Wait, Zach, no, it doesn't."
Also,
There's a clear difference between the Xbox and the Xbox 360 compared to the Xbox 360 and the Xbox One.
It's SD to HD.
I can
There
tell.
are games being rolled over.
This is true. I can tell the difference though. If you pull up both games, I can tell you which one's which one.
Okay. Assassin's Creed. Can you tell me the difference between Assassin's Creed on PS3 and PS4?
That one, no, because I think it's a port.
Okay.
But like, say for example, like Killzone to Killzone, I could tell you that the PS4 version looks significantly better.
Okay. Why?
Better particle effects, greater draw
lighting.
distance.
Holy crap!
The lighting's
Holy crap, the lighting.
fantastic. Actually,
That one level where you're in the woods and the lights coming through the
the trees. Yeah,
Holy man!
yeah, that's really good.
But also, if you think it's a crappy launch, can you name a better launch lineup than this?
Xbox One.
Wait.
Xbox One.
No, I mean previous generations. Can you name a better?
Xbox One is not a good launch either.
Xbox. I'm perfectly content with my
We see
games.
they
You
have,
like zombies
they have
though. If you didn't like
Dead
zombies, what
Rising
would you be
3.
doing?
Nothing.
But no, I'm saying like a lot of people are complaining about this launch lineup. But do you remember a launch that had a Call of Duty, a Battlefield, an Assassin's Creed, and then like Killzone?
I'm gonna say the 360 launch was pretty successful. Perfect Dark Zero, Need for Speed Most Wanted, the good one.
Well, we had a Need for
Oh,
Speed for
shit,
this
yeah.
this
I love-
console generation as well. Though.
Yeah, I love. No, there's two Need for Speed Most Wanted on the same generation.
Yeah,
Yeah,
There's
but
one
I'm
at the
saying
beginning of
we
the
have a Need
360
for
and one at
Speed
the
for
end
this launch as well. Though.
That also came for original Xbox too, though.
that's true. Well, and Call of Duty 2.
Yeah.
Like, that's freaking awesome.
Okay, let's move on to the Xbox One. So let's start with the console on this one. What do you guys think about the actual box?
Doesn't look like a console.
No.
It looks like a satellite box or like a VCR or something.
That's what they're going for,
Something
though.
huge and old looking.
But to be honest, though, I don't know why, but I think I like the design of the Xbox better than the PlayStation.
It matches whatever's in your entertainment unit.
Yeah.
I don't know. Seeing it in person, I don't feel that way. It looks pretty giant and doesn't look like a console.
Good.
I like the design of the 360 more.
Which 360?
The new Elites.
The new Elites, like you mean the Super Slim?
Is the Super Slim that's kind of rounded?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
like those.
I like
yeah.
those ones.
There,
I think
there's
that's
the
better.
Inhale, Slim, and Super Slim.
I like the Inhales. I like all the 360s. To be honest,
I don't like the first one.
The Inhale?
The original, yeah, I don't like that.
I like it. It's the Xbox One. Just bland.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I like for some reason I like the design of the Xbox One.
And it feels cheap too when you pick it up.
Yeah,
It feels like very cheap plastic, and it's
Yeah.
just like
VCR plastic, right?
Yeah,
if you like just get a little tug on the sides, you could tell it's like separating. Like it's mass produced. It's mass produced and just
It's
like shoved
squishy.
together. It is squishy.
it's squishy.
But
the,
then
the
again,
plastic will depress when you pick it up.
then again,
Really?
you are going to be putting it down and never touching it.
Yeah,
I like the look of the new
That's
Kinect.
not what kind of gamer I am.
The new Kinect
the,
looks
the
nice.
new Kinect does look nice.
And
Looks
it's got the same half matte, half gloss thing that the Xbox One has, so they kind of match.
Yeah, it looks nice.
Although I didn't like seeing the three. I believe they're infrared lights.
They're infrared, yeah.
I didn't like seeing those.
Yeah, they're
I
always
want
there.
it to be just
They're
black.
distracting.
Yeah. Okay, so how about that new controller then?
It's fantastic.
It's fantastic,
It's absolutely fantastic. The bumpers are shite.
as expected.
Everything except for the bumpers is a pretty damn good controller.
I
that,
will say
that D-pad.
the D-pad's good, huh? Jesus.
I love the
Creaming his pants over there.
Fuck, it's so good. The resistance of if I could take the the like I don't know what the hell they did. They did like the resistive like touch stuff on the end of the joystick. Yeah, I don't know what you talk. I don't know what
The
it was. Yeah, on
Like
the end
just
of the
the grip.
thumbstick. If I could take the resistiveness of the PS4 controller though, like the actual pushing, the sensitivity,
Yeah.
and put that in that with the same like end of the of the Xbox One controller,
Mm-hmm.
I would like, prefer that. It's a bit too sensitive for me. Like a slight touch will push it right over. You know what I mean? The
Yeah.
analog stick. So
If I come next week for the show, I'm going to try to come next week for the show. Can you bring the Xbox One controller?
yeah, I have a couple, so it's fine.
I want to hold it.
Oh,
Dude,
you never got to try it at
Nope.
at Fan Expo, right?
I left before you guys got there.
An EB doesn't have a demo. Oh.
If I wouldn't want it, it's going to
Yeah,
be
they do, don't they?
slippery and gross.
Not with a
No
controller.
They just have the box sitting there.
Yeah, they have a Connect as well.
Yeah. So Matt, tell us how that Connect works.
Oh my Xbox on, Xbox on, Xbox on. Like it's like just like that. It's so irritating. But so other commands will find it perfectly. And okay, so the Xbox on command half works. I almost bricked my console when I brought it home.
Of course you would.
No, because okay, I'm gonna explain the freaking scenario right now. So I take it home, and it's like, would you like to set up your one guide? Blah blah blah. So I'm like, sure. So it's like, choose your TV. So I choose my TV. I choose my receiver. And then it was like, power settings. Do you want everything to turn on? I said yes. So I turned everything off, and I was like, okay, let's do this. Xbox on. TV turns on. Xbox turns on. No video. Receiver's not on. So I'm like, okay, it's not compatible with my receiver. No biggie. Turn my receiver. Audio. Nothing else. No video, wouldn't show video. I'm like, okay, it's fucked up because of my receiver. Unplug, plug in the TV, no video, just sound. Okay, unplug it, plug back in, it works, but it still won't turn on my receiver. But my TV's hooked up through my receiver, so how the hell does it know to go through my receiver to turn on my TV? Welcome.
You have a crazy system over there.
Welcome to like
The
BS.
new
Like,
age.
God.
Yeah, so you actually had to have specific commands for the Connect. You can't.
They're not general terms, no.
Yeah, it's not like Siri or whatever Google has going on now. I don't know what it is.
Google now.
Yeah, where it kind of understands basic human conversation. The Xbox One, you have to say to launch a game. It's like start Forza Motorsport 5.
Yeah,
You can't just say Forza. You know,
You had to say Xbox too.
it has to be the entire title of the game, which is ridiculous.
And one thing I find that messed up is I had Tim over and him and I were talking. We didn't say the word Xbox, we were just talking. And 3 times it goes, what? You said Xbox. And I'm like, okay. And it was like, what command do you want to use? I'm like, stop listening. Like, get out of here. That's the command to shut it up, right?
But you can't really blame it for paying attention, though.
No, but we never said Xbox, though. We were just like talking about other stuff. Like, one time we were just in a movie and I'm like, I think we grabbed like pop. I'm like, yo, pass me some pop or whatever. And it was like, what? Like, the fuck? Stop
Passing you some
listening.
pop.
Pass me some Pepsi or whatever the hell I said. Something like that, but it was completely unrelated.
Pepsi.
You remember we were sitting here when we first booted it up, and it randomly opened Bing, and
Yeah.
it went to drugs.com.
Oh,
it
yeah.
just randomly went to that site.
Drugs like,
I'm like, okay, whatever.
don't do drugs, kids.
Yeah.
Like, Christ.
And Bing, do they have to force Bing on us?
Yeah.
You have to use Bing to even search your console. I was trying to search for something that was already on my console, and it was like, use Bing. I'm like, fuck.
I heard though the search is improved though.
It's really good. I like it.
Like
actually.
apparently if you search for like a movie, it will tell you all out of all the services you have installed to tell you which apps you have that movie is available.
Yes, it does. It's really good actually. Hand gestures. It might be because of my lighting. Hand gestures are kind of iffy.
I would never use hand gestures when voice controls would work.
That's, well,
if I could
They-
just
they
tell it
don't
what to
work.
do, I would just use that.
but I'm trying to like. So I'll say Xbox, go to Netflix. It'll log me in, and then okay, that's the end of that. So now I have to control it. So I don't have my controller. I'm trying to control it with my hand gestures, and I'm like hold my hand up, and on the screen it's like freaking out, like it doesn't know where my hand is, but it knows I'm holding my hand up, so it's like panics. I think it might be because I have low lighting though, but it recognizes me sometimes when I turn it on.
I like when we first booted it up and it tried to distinguish our faces, and
Yeah.
it went straight to Ryan's foot.
Yeah,
That's right.
It just
My
said
foot-
Matt's name above Ryan's
Yeah.
foot.
yeah.
That's fine.
We're trying to figure out who is who.
Okay, so just real quick, which console do you prefer, Matt?
Xbox One.
Marty?
All right, I want to talk about something about the Xbox
Okay.
One. We sat here, we put in a game. The game was Rise. We then sat there for another half hour before we could play Rise, and it still didn't even finish installing.
Yeah.
We watched an episode of Community before it was done installing.
And it wasn't even done. It was done enough so we could play.
Done
it.
enough so we could play. You eject it, and it says install failed.
Yeah.
You go to it. There's 3 things installing for Rise. You put in Dead Rising. We sit there for another half hour while it installs.
Yep.
And that still didn't finish, did it?
Nope.
That is bullshit.
That's really weird.
But buying a game, bringing it home, and then waiting a half hour to play it.
Although the new code system is amazing. Buy like a DLC or something on a card. Xbox, use a code. Hold it up. Done.
I heard that's really convenient. Like even just it's really quick. You just
Yeah, just
boom,
hold it up.
done.
Done. It's really good.
I'm going to go with current gen on this one.
Good
Fuck
lord.
the Xbox One and the PS4 for like
I'm
another
gonna,
year.
I'm gonna agree with Marty. I think I'm just gonna wait out. I'm gonna
I'm
run mine into the ground.
perfectly happy with waiting.
Yeah.
Pretty sensible at this point, actually. So
Although the PS4 is for gaming.
yeah.
And I'm a Microsoft fanboy, so the Xbox is for me.
What is the next Xbox game you're anticipating?
I don't know, actually.
What is the next PS4 game you're anticipating?
Infamous Second Son,
When does that come out?
February or no? Sorry, I think I got pushed back to March.
When does the order
There it
come out?
is.
2014, I think they just said.
Because I'd buy a PS4 for that.
That looked good. Eh?
I want Watch Dogs.
So what are you guys going to be playing until then?
Dead Rising.
Assassin's Creed until I finish that. Once I finish that, probably Call of Duty. To be honest,
You got to try Warframe, man.
Duty.
I
Got to
don't
try
know.
Warframe with me. It's really good. Seriously.
You gotta try
Contrast.
Resogun. No, you gotta try Resogun.
Resogun.
I don't want to play Resogun.
I don't want to play Warframe.
Fuck.
Let's just all play the Wii U, guys.
Mine's unplugged.
Yeah, fuck. I think next system I'm gonna buy is probably gonna be a Wii U.
Ugh.
Yeah.
You don't even play games.
Oh,
So it's perfect then.
I'll do that. Another comment for not 360, Xbox One.
Confusing still.
So, I rented out like things on my receiver for input. So I'm like, okay, I'll actually hook my TV to it. So I do that. I say Xbox TV, watch TV. It turns it on. It doesn't correct it properly, and it makes my SD channels look like absolute garbage. Like, my TV will normally autocorrect and make it so that it's 4:3, but on an HD screen, so it looks okay. No, Xbox One's like, here's your shit. Like, here's your garbage box.
It doesn't apply what's called 4:3 override.
Yeah, it doesn't do anything. Or
Yeah.
I have to use stretch to make it look kind of okay.
So wait, do you want to see black bars at the side of your screen, or you don't want to see? Black
I do.
You do
Because
okay.
my TV autocorrects it, makes it as big as it can without fucking it up.
Yeah. Okay.
But Xbox One's like, nope. Enjoy.
There should be there's probably a setting in there. Look for something called 4:3 override.
I'm going to take a look for that, yeah. Because I was going through the different things, and it was like TV modes. It was like stretch.
I turned that off, so all my standard def 4:3 gets stretched out only because I don't want burn-in at the side. Because the more and more you watch it, the more and more it's going to burn in, and you'll see it when you watch a 16:9 image.
Oh, my TV has an auto burnout thing, so if it detects the pixels the same,
Yeah.
it'll shut off for a second. It'll show a refresh bar. It'll go like, and it'll fix itself.
So yeah. See, I don't think mine has that, so I avoid doing pillar box.
So we're
Is that it? We're done.
That's it.
All right.
This is
Yeah.
a very unfulfilling ending. We're done, guys.
So next gen's here. It's gonna be a pretty exciting year, hopefully.
This year or
Or
2014?
2014
Okay.
should be pretty exciting.
Are we doing a philosophical corner?
We'll roll it out over to next week, just to do a matter of saving time here.
Do it up.
Okay, so yeah, like us on like and subscribe on the YouTubes there, where you can see us every Sunday.
You hear us.
Did I say see?
Yeah.
Where you can hear us.
Yeah, you can see our silhouettes.
You can see our silhouettes every Sunday, and listen to our voices.
Fine-looking
And also like our
silhouettes.
Facebook group and check out dayonepatch.ca. Thanks for listening.
Now you see me sucks.